Possession.
Ah, now, behind you, there is a possession. Could you bring it to the desk, please?
Ooh. Oh.
OK, now pop it on the desk.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Oh, right.
This should be easy. Right, just get rid of that. This is the black cloth that I used to have to stop the sunlight waking me up in the morning.
Now, I think you're being deliberately obtuse for comic effect.
There we go. These are my uncle's bagpipes. Years ago, I used to go busking and would pretend to play them while miming along to a speaker hidden under my kilt.
David's team.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this was years ago.
Years ago. Just think of the size of speakers years ago.
Give us a taste of the size of the speaker.
No, it was about so big.
Can you pick them up and show us how you told them?
Show us how you would style this out with the bagpipes.
Well, how you hold the bagpipes?
Indeed.
OK, well...
Confident.
So, you get this bit. You get this bit like that, and then you swing that like that, and then you stand like that, and then...
Is that one meant to hang there?
Yeah,
like
that's to hide the wire.
Must have been a strange sensation having something hanging that far down.
Well, it's not so much how far down it was hanging, it was the noise it was making that was different. I just supposed to do that. I'm sorry. We've done what we can for your octopus, I'm afraid we had to put it down.
When you're ready, just press your crotch.
Go.
And here's the music. Are you blowing the wrong one?
I had it upside down.
I will say, so far, it's very convincing.
Yeah.
Now, a group of small children have come and sat, and they're transfixed by what they see. Oh, this is lovely. This is... Oh, all right, we've suffered enough.
Yeah. You wonder why they want independence.
Did anybody ever rumble you?
Yeah, I was rumbled, yeah. I was rumbled on a few occasions.
Well, there's quite a lot of Scottish people visiting London as well.
There is, yeah.
Were they insulted, or did they find you out? You know,
they'd say, like, oh, where are you from? And I'd...
Right. Where are they from?
Just about...
So what do you think, Bryony? Truth or lie?
I'm thinking lie.
OK, Jason.
I mean, I want it to be true so bad, but it just can't be.
David, you're clearly going to go with your team.
On this occasion, I am.
They're saying it's a lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It was, in fact, a lie.
It's a lie. Lee didn't pretend to play the bagpipes.
Because I kept losing my bin shoes, I've now tied them to my hall radiator with a length of elastic. They comfortably stretch to the end of the drive before the tension beckons me back.
David's team.
When you put said bin shoes on your feet, you're still tied to the radiator?
Technically, but they're very elasticated, so it doesn't feel that way.
You said when you get to the end of the drive, the tension of the elastic beckons you back. Talk us through that procedure.
Well, I start walking, so it starts off... I've got a wheelie bin.
Yes, of course.
And
I'm wheeling
just one?
One wheelie bin, one recycling bin, but we alternate each week.
OK.
I mean, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's blue. I obviously play the game of putting the wrong colour out to see if the neighbours will copy. Do you do that? If you do it first and then look, everyone copies you. It's fantastic. Sneak out at night, swap it back again. I'm a horrible man. So you get the bin, so I start walking like this. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm just taking it all in. Go on.
OK.
So we've had a lot of female guests. You're the first one who's ever said that to him.
So I walk out and everything's fine, just walking. Oh, I'm feeling a bit of... Oh, hello. back over here.
Right, there we go.
Bit tired. Hang on.
Was that elastic tighter than you thought?
Oh, just the bin was heavier than I thought.
Why don't you just use string?
Because if you use string, when it comes back, it's everywhere. If you use elastic, it gathers up into a smaller space.
But after a while, it all goes baggy.
Well, that's just life, isn't
that's
it?
life.
What are you going to say, David?
What do you think, Sam?
I think it's a lie.
OK, Miles.
I think it's a lie. I mean, I'm sure you've got a pair of bin shoes, but I think this seems like a step too far.
I think we're going to
You're
say
saying it's a lie?
Yes,
OK,
yeah.
Lee, was it true or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, a lie. I've devised a simple mnemonic to help me remember everything I need to pack when going on holiday. I won't leave the house until I've ticked off everything on my flip-flop list.
David's
OK. I hate to do this, Lee, but could you take us through the mnemonic?
what is a mnemonic?
I can best describe it as new information that I received about 10 seconds ago. No. A mnemonic is basically flip-flop, so the first letter of the list of all the things I've got to remember.
Right.
So, for example, you probably want to know what the first one is, F.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't think of anything beginning with F now. Flip-flop. So flip-flop
So the
is
F of flip-flop
F-
you use,
F for flip-flop.
even though the system is the flip-flop system, so you're remembering the word flip-flop anyway, you then waste that first F, reminding you again to take... Is there not a risk you might take two pairs of flip-flop?
No.
You notice he's doing singular, so he only packs one flip-flop.
They flip-flop.
So that's your first F, but there's another F coming up in a while.
Now you'll know why I said only one flip-flop.
L.
L stands for lipstick.
Why are you taking lipstick?
Because I once... my wife, who always forgets her lipstick, always says, darn, I've forgotten my lipstick. My whole 2-week holiday is ruined. They never have the product I've got in this country. So I got so annoyed by this over the years. I thought, from now on, I'm going to take the lipstick so that when she gets there, she won't start kicking off and ruining the whole trip because her lips aren't red enough.
I
Is for the passport.
I for
Yeah,
passport.
because it's got me in it, and I remember myself as I. Okay. I must remember...
No, this
it's
makes...
I. Who's that? That is I.
Makes perfect sense. It's I for ID.
No, I never went with that system. No. Now I think about
All right,
it,
I won't help
it's
you.
crazy.
Lee, you know that in just one letter's time we've got a P, which would seem very well suited for passport.
It would.
So what's P?
My wife's passport.
All right, F.
F. Now, this is an interesting one. F is for francs, the currency. Now, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. But when I first developed this system, it was because we were going to the south of France and I wanted to remember my francs. And now that the flip-flop system is invented, I can't change it for an E of euro because it'll be flip-a-lop. So I always remember flip-flop,
So that's
francs. Francs are now euros.
To get your euros.
Or not necessarily euros, it could be dollars.
Foreign currency.
Foreign currency.
F. Foreign currency.
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think? David, there are times when I wish I was married to you.
L.
L. I don't know if I told you about my wife's habit of wearing a different coloured lipstick on the top lip to the bottom. But, oh, yes. Yeah, no, it's an odd look. I'm not going to lie. It's an odd look. So it's another lipstick. Oh. Now, as everybody knows, when you go on holiday, there's one thing you've got to remember. And that is the suntan lotion. I go a weird shade of orange in the sun. And if I think of an orange, I always think of the suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Because orange body, suntan lotion.
I mean, I don't know what you're going to use the P for, because you've covered everything you'd need.
I take a spare passport for my wife, because we have the old passport. You know, you keep the old passport when you renew. I always take it.
Why?
Because
They cut through it.
they cut through
corner.
it. But we once, you know, when you just flash them occasionally, we once lost the passport and used the spare one and went like that, and it worked.
Flip-flop, it's FLIP. It's 8 letters, and you use 3 of them for passports,
Yes.
2 of them for lipstick.
Yeah.
And over half of it is passports and lipstick.
What do you think, Joe?
Not much.
Kiri, which way are you leaning?
I think it's a lie.
David, what's it going to be?
I think we'll go lie.
Right, well, feel the tension. Lee, were you telling the truth, or was that a lie?
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Lee doesn't use the word flip-flop to help him pack.
En route to a meeting at the BBC, I gave CPR to an OAP.
David
old?
C.
Pardon?
How old?
I'm 48.
Why did she need mouth to mouth?
Well, it turns out she didn't, and... But, you know, how do I know how you fix a sprained ankle?
And how did you encounter the OAP?
The OAP was just outside the tube station where the BBC was, and soon will be again, I believe.
Which line?
What?
Which line did you get on?
I got the train to Waterloo, and then I got the tube.
Which colour?
Well, she started off sort of pink, then she went red. Then she went a bit yellow, and then I just got her back again.
What colour tube?
Funny enough, when I got back that day and my wife said, what's happened today? I think, wow, what a journey.
When did this happen? I believe that you've been on the London Underground.
Thank you, Dave. Well, should we leave it at that?
Not quite. Describe the scene.
I saw people in a circle looking down on the floor.
Right.
Someone said, is anyone a doctor? And I said, yeah, there's loads of people.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't suppose you can do CPR, can you? And I went, can I do CPR? And as it happens, I can do CPR.
So what does CPR involve?
Yeah.
Put my hand there, and I started doing this.
Yeah.
This.
What's your rhythm?
I did this.
That's too slow.
Yeah, that is
It's meant to be
You wanted it
staying
in slow.
alive.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted it in slow motion.
It's the music of staying alive.
You wanted it in the pink beat.
It's
Yeah, but my record player's broke. Staying alive. Will you speed that record player up, lad? I'll tell you what tragedy's the word. Tragedy. Really upsetting.
So what happened?
We got a new record player.
How many of these did you do?
I think I did. Staying alive. That was a problem. I paused for the high-pitched note as you went blue again. Staying alive. Staying alive. This didn't help. So I'd say I probably got through the first verse.
OK, so you did the first verse of Staying Alive, then what happened?
And then she literally got up at the right moment of the verse. She went, staying alive! Ooh. And then the ambulance came and took her off, and she went straight over a bridge and died.
So,
the story,
what are you thinking? Stacey, does that have the ring of truth for you?
Awful ending to the story, I'm so sorry.
I'm very suspicious. He doesn't even know what tube he got on.
That's the most doubtful part of the story.
What do you think, Susie?
Yes.
No, I think his rhythm was all wrong.
Whoa.
You've been told that before. No, I don't believe it.
Don't believe it?
No.
Then we think it's a lie.
You think he was making all of that
I do,
up? Goodness
I'm
me.
afraid.
Lee, truth or lie?
This is, in fact, a lie! I missed, ironically, after that.
Yes, it's a lie.
I once returned a T-shirt to a shop, furious that it had shrunk in the wash, only to discover, mid-complaint, it was, in fact, my 7-year-old son's.
David.
So what did the T-shirt look like?
It was a small red T-shirt.
I'm guessing you had recently bought a adult-sized red T-shirt and you had put that in the wash.
Correct.
But and presumably also your son's
My
identical
son's
red T-shirt,
red-
but purchased at a different time in a different place.
I got it from Gap, and he got it from Gap Kids. And I just grabbed it, put it on, thought, oh, it's shrunk. I had no reason to believe it was any... I didn't check the label. That was my T-shirt, as far as I was concerned.
So when you went back into Gap, what did you say?
I was in a queue for ages. Someone shouted next, and so I thought I'm in the wrong shop. And then I finally found out that it was Gap, so I got to the front of the queue, and I went to the counter and I said, I'm not happy.
Yes. What did they say?
They said, well, which one of the dwarfs are you?
I'm interested in you saying that you actually put on your son's T-shirt, which, lest we forget,
Yes.
you said earlier is something for a 7-year-old
Well,
child.
I didn't want to say it on national television. My son is clinically obese. But you forced my hand, so now I've got to say it, OK? So thank you for that. Thank you, David. No, he's not clinically obese.
I know this is probably not the right way to play this game, and this may seem a little bit like I'm helping the other team, but surely your T-shirt and your son's T-shirt would have shrunk at the same rate.
He didn't know his child's
Nothing
T-shirt was
shrunk.
in there.
Yeah. Nothing actually shrunk. Steve,
Are you following
nothing shrunk. Nothing shrunk.
Nothing shrunk. I've got
it's
my
just his
child's
son's T-shirt.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
So there's no shrinkage. No shrinkage is involved.
OK.
You following this?
So why were you complaining?
So there you are at the front of the queue, and you're talking to the assistant.
I handed it over. I said, I'd like to swap this. This T-shirt has shrunk. She looks at the label, which I haven't done. She looks at it and assumes that it is my child's T-shirt that has shrunk. And she said to me, are you sure it's shrunk? To which I said, yes, because I couldn't put it on. To which she said, well, yes, but could your child put it on? I said, I'm not giving it to my son just because it's shrunk. And she said, well, if you're sure it's shrunk, then OK, it's shrunk. She went off, she came back, she gave me another T-shirt, exactly the same size.
And what did you say?
I said, well, that has also clearly been in a high wash. She said, how big are these supposed to be, then? I said, well, they're supposed to fit me. She said, why are they supposed to fit you? I said, because I bought an adult T-shirt. She went, this is hilarious. I said, why? She goes, I don't even work here. I've gone to the wrong person, haven't I?
OK, it's time to guess, David. What do you think?
Well, we don't need to guess. It's a lie.
Put us out of our misery. Was it the truth or was it a lie?
It's a lie. I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me while I was bouncing on a trampoline and spotted her over the fence with another man.
What age did this traumatic event occur to you?
I was 18.
So what were they doing next door?
Well, you don't want to know that, do you? They were lying, believe it or not, on a trampoline.
You were trampolining in your garden.
Yes.
And you saw over the fence.
Yes.
Into your girlfriend's garden.
No, she didn't live next door.
Oh, right. So
Neither lived next door.
Neither of them lived next door?
Correct.
Why were they next door, then?
Because there was a party going on next door, and it sort of slightly drifted into my house. It was like two sort of houses were taking part in the party. It sort of bled into mine.
What sort of trampoline was it, Lee?
It was the TS497, the only trampoline. I remember jumping up over the fence, seeing them kissing and thinking, is that the TX417? Where did he get that from? I wish we could afford one of them. Stop kissing her!
I think you know what I mean.
Yes.
Was it an oblong trampoline? Was it the modern one with the nets, the circle with the nets up the side?
Don't say that! Do you know her name was Annette? It was a trampoline with no net round the side.
Oblong or circular?
Well, she'd lost a bit of weight. I would say slim to oblong.
So, you couldn't see what was going on except at the top of your bounce trajectory, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what do you see for an instant at the top of that bounce? Are they already doing it?
They're not doing it.
Are they already kissing? Are they already writing poetry?
Have they taken their shoes off?
They hadn't taken their shoes off. Oh! You know what was worse, though? It was the only thing they were wearing.
How long had you been seeing her for?
We've been up and down over the years.
So go on, you're at the peak of your trajectory, affording you a wonderful bird's-eye view of the neighbouring trampoline.
Correct.
What did you see?
I saw my then girlfriend.
Whose name was?
She was called Joanne.
So what happened?
I wanted to have a proper look. I went straight up to the climbing frame, and, sure enough, my fears were confirmed.
Oh, my
It was the TX497.
You must have been furious.
Oh, I was so angry. I was so angry. So I came round, got on the trampoline, and I went, Joanne! And she looked round, there was no one there. And then I went to the top again, Joanne! She looked round, there was no one there. This carried on for a long time. Joanne! So then I timed it perfectly. I said Joanne when I was down. Joanne! Well, it took a while before I worked out that system.
So what do you think, David? Is he telling the truth?
I don't think so, no.
Why? Can I be honest with you? I'm not convinced either.
Lee, bouncing on the trampoline and spying Joanne. Truth or lie?
It's a lie.
No!
Oh, possession.
Right. There should be a box under your desk. Would you first of all read the card out and then take the possession out and pop it on the desk?
This is the set of keys I carry around with me every day. I know what every single one is for, apart from one.
OK. The box back on the floor. Just take us through the set of keys, Lee, in your own time.
OK.
Please don't feel you have to rush.
It's not say in his own time. It's all of our time, really, isn't it? But, OK, carry on.
So now, I've got 3 keys that look very similar, so I have to put those little things on to give you the different colours. And these colours help me a lot, because that's for the blue door, that's for the green door, and that's for the yellow door. Yes. Now, I'll never forget, because the blue door is blue, the yellow door is yellow, and the green one is my next-door neighbour, Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah. And, what lies behind those doors?
So that's my front door key.
Yeah.
And that's
which genuinely is a blue door, my front door.
OK.
The green one genuinely is my next door neighbour's key, but it isn't Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. It's Howard Jones. And the yellow one is the key for the door at the back of the house. Now this one, that's the key for the front door, the bottom lock. What do you call that?
Bolt.
Yes, I wish I could. This unusual-looking key, that's for the money chest. Money chest. That's for a small tin that we keep some money in.
Right.
And some things that we don't want the kids to see.
Why don't you want the kids to see money? And what else don't you want the kids to see?
I don't mind them seeing the money. It's the other things I don't want them to see.
Like what?
The remains.
So, OK, that's where you keep your money and the remains of those who you've killed.
Yes. Then you've got PBU. That's that one there.
What does PBU stand for?
PBU on the keyring?
Yes.
It's the place for bins, you. It's a little,
Just like that!
Yeah.
He couldn't have made that up. It's true.
We've got one of those outside little shed things you're supposed to put the bins in to make it look tidy. And my wife constantly comes out and says, "There's a place for the bins, you!" And to help me remember, that's the key, I put PBU on the thing.
So you give yourself the job of remembering the night before the bin men are coming to go out, unlock these bins. Every time you go to put some rubbish away, you unlock the bin.
No.
This is none of this.
Because the shed that the bins are kept in doesn't have the lock. The gate leading to the shed that the bins are
What's going in these bins?
My wife making things more of the bins than me. Then we've got this little baby here. Oh, this tells a story. This one is for the safe. But the safe, bizarrely, it was already in the house and it's behind a picture. How exciting. The key has never fitted. We never know what's in the safe.
Now, what is the picture in front of the safe?
The picture under the safe?
Yeah.
Oh, that picture.
You know the safe that doesn't exist?
Well,
There's a picture that doesn't exist in front of it.
This is the bit.
It's obviously a painting of your bins.
This is the bit. This is the bit you're going to find.
That must never be taken
This is
from
the
house.
bit you're going to find crazy. It's a picture of the safe. No, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this, David, is the key to your heart. It's not. That is to the side passage. And it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying to get through the side passage because I have to open the gated community to the bins, and that takes me through to the side passage, which I open, and that's all the keys apart from this one. Do you know what that one's for, Fiona? Nobody knows.
And how did you get that key?
That key. Just give it to... And this is the bit that's not funny, and I don't want any jokes. My great-grandfather fought in the First World War, and he had a key round his neck, and we don't know what the key was for, but it was passed on. He gave it to his father, his father gave it to his father.
He gave it to his father, so he passed it on backwards in time.
No, sorry. All I will say is, just in summary, I'm not pitching it to you because it is true, but if you don't believe it, quite simply, the story is simple. What is there not to believe? I come home, I make sure the side-gated community to the bins are unlocked so I can get the bins out, leave them on a Tuesday, and let me open the side passage, I get in, lock the side passage, come through to the house, open the safe by moving the picture, but I can't open the safe, I always forget, I close the safe, I get the tin, open it up, move the eyeballs, get the money out, close the tin, open the thing, back inside, straight to the front door, which is blue, go out, feed Howard Jones's cat next door, who I accidentally said was Shaking Stevens. What part of that are you telling me?
So what are you going to say, David? What does your team think?
I think we're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Lee! Was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
Lee.
I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. Can I just say, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I can smell a dead fly in the room.
So, it's what you're saying, that if there isn't a dead fly in the room, you have no sense of smell?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And you know damn well that's not what I'm saying, David. No, I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. I can smell the dead fly.
So is there a dead fly in here?
Hold on. No, I can't smell a dead fly in this room, obviously. This is what we call a normal-sized room.
I see.
OK, well...
A room in my house.
How do you prove this? Do you actually sniff it out? Can you actually, like a sniffer dog, you actually find the dead fly with your nose? Or you just go...
No. I never told you I could find them.
You can't locate it, you just know it's somewhere within the walls.
Well, not within the wall.
I'm not talking about flies that might have been killed by a serial killer and then sort of plastered in.
Yeah. I can't smell them. I can't smell them. No, definitely not.
Right, OK.
But you can't locate them, you just know there's somewhere in the room.
I can smell if there's a dead fly in the room.
So where...
How can you put it to the test? Because you might have been in a room in which there was a dead fly and you have not smelt it and said there is no dead fly in this room. And people have believed you, and yet lurking in the corner...
It's a good question, Joan. It's a very good question, and I wish that I had a good answer. Just by the law of averages, there's been too many times when I've gone in a room and gone, there's a dead fly in this room, and quite often we will see the dead fly.
What do you mean quite often? It has to be always. It has to be always.
I can smell if there's a dead fly in the room, so I will go in and go, I think there's a dead fly in the room. That's just a polite way of talking, David. I don't go, there is a dead fly in the room! It's a fact every time!
This room is a disgrace!
I talk more softly than you, David. I have a softer... I don't show off about my talents. Okay. I walk in a room and I go, I think there's a dead fly in this room. In fact, no, I think you'll find there is definitely. There always is.
What does the dead fly smell of?
It's a smell that I wouldn't want to describe to a friend.
Try. Imagine you're a wine connoisseur.
Right.
It's the smell of a dead fly.
I'm getting...
Yeah, what are you getting?
I'm getting a bit of wing. I'm getting another wing. And how many wings of flies? Was it 2 or 4? 4. Another wing. And no, wait. There's only 3 wings. I think I know how this fly died.
You've not really described the smell there.
No,
you've described the body parts of a fly while making sniffing noises.
Well, I can't. You know, I'm a professional. You're an amateur. I'm trying to say it in layman's terms.
Well, earlier on, I was. I came to see you in your dressing room to say hello, and I had a little look in the window, and only now I'm thinking there was a dead fly in there, and you never mentioned it.
Before you came, and I went, smell of fly. But I found that smell was soon overpowered, Jason.
David, time to make your mind up. Is he telling the truth? Is that whole fly-smelling thing real?
Well, let us pay him the respect of pretending to consider it. You don't believe him when he says...
I do not believe him.
Well, I think lie.
You think lie, you're saying lie. OK. Lee, were you telling the truth, or was that a lie?
I've actually started believing it myself. It's a lie. When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding. When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding, as one of the girls who was supposed to do it was ill, and the dress was a perfect fit.
What did the dress look like?
I describe the colour as traumatic.
Why do they have to have a bridesmaid? Why couldn't they just say, if she's not well, let's move on?
I think you're mixing it with admin. If someone says to me, put the dress on, I'd put it on. You know that, don't you? Do as I'm told.
So you didn't display any reluctance to put the dress on?
I may have said, you know, mother, father, I am a 7-year-old boy, despite the fact that I am 2 years younger looking and slightly androgynous. But please, give me some dignity. And my father turned around to me, he said, son, when I was your age, he had a pipe, when I was your age, my father asked me to put a dress on, and I put it on, and his father before him, and his father before him. You'll put the dress on, and you'll smile.
Was there a page boy as well as bridesmaids at this wedding? I was a page boy once, and if another boy had dressed up as a girl, I would have felt it was fair game to persecute him.
Well, true, but luckily the page boy came up to me, little Sharon, and he said, he said, tell me about it. You know, you think you've had a rough day. You know what I mean? I'm a 24-year-old.
How much notice did you get?
Pardon?
How much notice did you get?
Quite a few people. I think, you know, from memory, quite a few people were,
No, you
idiot.
How much warning? How far in advance?
I genuinely thought you meant notice. How much notice did you get? That was a genuine one. Yeah. Oh, how much notice did I get?
Oh, everyone thought I was adorable.
I've got to admit...
everyone was looking. I was nervous at first, but then I felt like a princess.
Oh, I see. How much in advance did they tell me?
Yeah, how much notice?
How much notice did I get? You know what? That would be embarrassing if this was on television, wouldn't it? I think I got, like, I don't know, 5 hours or something. She was ill at the last minute and...
I just think you would have absolutely refused at that age.
Listen, I said, Dad, I don't want to do it. And he went, listen, I'm not your dad, I'm your mother. and I'm sick of you constantly calling me Dad. The other one, that's your dad.
How long did you have to keep the dress on? At what point in the proceedings? I mean, did you have to wear it right through to the disco and, you know...
My dad said you'll keep it on till the music starts. Da 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 da. Because unfortunately the cabaret act had cancelled because of illness.
So what are you thinking, David? Does that sound at all plausible to you?
What do you think, Izzy?
I really want it to be true.
Well, then say true.
I actually think it could genuinely be the biggest load of drivel I've ever heard. It can't be true.
I don't think it's true.
Lie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie. Conclusively, it's a lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie. When I'm at home, I amuse myself by shaving only half my face and doing that thing where you have a conversation between two people.
What are the characters of the shaved Lee, unshaven Lee?
I'll often do a sailor because that suits the look of the longer beard.
Could we have a little bit of sailor?
Looks like you shaved half your beard off again.
Hang on, that doesn't make sense because it doesn't. It looks like he's got the complete beard.
No. He has got the beard and he's talking to the man.
To the other person, yes.
Looks like you shaved off your beard off again.
Yeah, but the other person
The
looks like
little
he's...
boy looks up and goes, I couldn't help it, I had to, because I was feeling a bit hairy.
Yeah. But that doesn't make any sense because the other one looks like he's completely shaved his beard.
No, sorry. I've shaved half the beard.
Yes, I know.
The one with the beard is the sailor with the beard.
Looks like you've shaved off your...
Meaning him.
half your beard off.
The other
to
fella.
the other one.
Yeah.
Who's then sort of going, yes, I did. Yes, I did shave half it off. But it doesn't look like they've shaved half it off. It just looks...
They've shaved it all off.
They've shaved it all off.
You say that. No, you're wrong. No.
I've shaved it all
wrong, David. Wrong. Now, I'll do it again. Right. Man with half a beard. Yeah. You looks like you shaved...
No,
Wait,
the character you're playing.
Wait,
the man with a
let me finish.
Okay.
Looks like you shaved half your beard off again.
Okay.
Yes, I had to, but you should see the other side. Look, it's still there. And then the other fellow goes, I'm just as bad as you. Look, clean shaven. If you let the story finish, you know I'm using it well.
Why did you say half in the first remark? Did you say it looks like you shaved your beard off again? Should be shave your whole beard off again? And he's going, yes, I know, but then let me show you more fully. Like you did.
I didn't say it like a red boy.
Coincidence, because I too am a cock.
You know what? The kids just laugh and clap.
Right, David, time for a decision.
Well, I think we think it's a lie, don't we?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Definitely a lie.
Saying it's a lie. OK.
Yeah.
Lee, is it the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Yes, it's true. Lee does amuse himself by shaving only half of his face and pretending to have a conversation between two people.
I once lost a game of swingball to a chimpanzee.
David's team.
OK.
Why were you with the chimpanzee?
I was visiting a zoo in South Africa, and the trick that the chimpanzee could do was play swingball. And we all took it in turns to have a go, and I'd had a few to drink, and he beat me.
What time of day was this?
Time of day?
Yes,
Before the monkey's bedtime.
Are you refusing to answer?
I'm not refusing, but I'm thinking about it for a while, because I don't know if you mean South African time or English time. It's very similar, but I think there's an hour's difference. Do you mean the South African time?
I mean the South African local time.
The local time. I believe... sorry, you've thrown me a bit, because most times I tell people
Local time at the zoo on the occasion of your match.
I've been
against the
using this... I
chimpanzee.
can't lie, over the years, I've been using this anecdote at the darts and things. Oh, did I ever tell you, lads, about the time I played swingball with a chimpanzee? No one's ever said, what time of day was this? He threw me for a second. Most people go, chimpanzee, swingball? Tell us more, you interesting person.
I suppose what's different is that when you tell that as an anecdote in the pub, people go, it's polite to go along with the bullshit that Lee talks.
Why were you in South Africa?
Don't tell me what the time of day.
The time of day.
Make up a time of day.
I couldn't beat a chimpanzee at swingball because I was drunk. How am I going to remember the time of day? I'm terrible at this, and this at only 2:45.
What I'm trying to get at is why were you going round a zoo pissed? It's not a usual post-pub trip. Let's have a few jars. I'll tell you what, I fancy a trip round the zoo. Around about 1 in the morning, they get the chimp out, and the chimp takes people on a swing ball. The chimp
go to the British Museum for stag weekends.
But zoos aren't open after the pub.
No, we went. It was afternoon. You know, we've been drinking since the morning.
You'd had a boozy lunch.
We'd had a boozy morning. We started at 11. Arrest me.
Right.
Why didn't you go and see, like, some strippers? Wouldn't a load of men go,
we were that drunk, we thought we were.
Let's go and see some monkeys.
We thought this is the rubbish pole dancing club. That little pole dance hasn't got any tits, she hasn't shaved for ages. It was awful. I'm not going to lie. We were about to walk out. But then someone said, no, it's a swingball playing chimpanzee. I think you're better than we thought. I wonder why she wasn't letting me put 10 quid in her bra.
David, before someone phones the RSPCA...
It was a consenting chimpanzee. It wasn't forced.
I don't think he'd said, look, you know, I quite like it here at the zoo, but really what would make it peachy is if I could take on some of the visitors, ideally at swingball, badminton at a push. I don't think that happened.
Well, he had no choice.
He had no choice, that's my point. Right. Is it the truth or is it a lie?
I thought it was a lie. Right. But it seems the sort of thing he'd do.
I think it's a lie, but I'm happy to be...
Yeah, I'll go with
lie.
We'll go with lie.
We all say it's a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Lee, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it is a lie. Lee has never lost a game of swingball to a chimpanzee. For the record, it was Scrabble.
I once picked up a hitchhiker and scared him so much he cried.
David, do you believe him?
Where were you driving?
I was going from, I think it was from round Norwich area, somewhere there.
Round Norwich to...
I presume somewhere between Norwich and Yarmouth.
How did you scare him?
What happened was we were driving along. He got in the car and he said... first thing
you
he said...
were driving along and he got in the car. Well, that's already dangerous. He's sort of running to keep up.
Yeah. It was an ice cream van. I sort of grabbed him by the hair and pulled him in.
Yeah.
That's how I used to get them. And my car used to have problems because it was a problem car. And I pulled over, right? I pulled over and I went round the back because I used to have to hit the engine to get it going again. And it all went wrong and we pulled over. So I said, I'm just getting in the back because I need to get a hammer to give it a whack. And as I went back, I said, I thought it'd be funny to say, don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. So I went round the back of the van and got a hammer out, went back to the front, and as I was walking past to the front of the car where the engine lives, I looked in like that, and I just saw him go like that, and he just wiped a small tear from his eye, because I think he genuinely thought, I'm going to kill him, and he was a bit worried.
Maybe he cried. That's a very odd response to immediate mortal danger. to just slightly well up. That's more of a... I call that a more end of the It's a Wonderful Life reaction. Oh dear, I am to die, it appears. Rather than, get out of the car, run! But just notice a slight welling up. Ah, well, all things come to an end.
David, what do you reckon, then?
I think the stuff about having a dodgy car that he has to hit in a certain way with a hammer to get it going, I think that side of it...
Well, let's just leave it at that, then.
That's the bit of it that doesn't ring true to me.
Flannel.
Larry, what do you say? I mean, you've got a good flannel detector. Would you?
I think it is. I think it's flannel.
I think it might be slightly true, but I'm going to go... I'm not convinced it's true, so I'm going to go with the team, and we'll say it's a lie.
Not going to rock the boat. Yeah. OK. Lee Mack.
I say that it is indeed the truth.
It's true. Lee did once pick up a hitchhiker and scared him so much that he cried. Even Lee now admits it probably wasn't a good idea to shut him in the boot with the other hitchhikers.